Tell me if you've heard this one before. A retired cop has to figure out one more case to finish up, and he's got to find out what his partner's done. His ex-wife's involved, he's down his luck, he's an ex-alcoholic, and he's got to figure out one more case to set everything right. Well, I've got the movie review. It's called Sleeping Dogs, starring Russell Crowe. But look, it may sound familiar, but it's got a killer twist ending, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. As always, we are going to be diving into a brand new movie called Sleeping Dogs, starring Russell Crowe. I'd like to thank Ronaldo Distribution for giving us the free tickets to go see this film, and look, I'm going to be absolutely transparent with you guys. When the tickets came, I read the plot, and I was like, it sounds so familiar. Sounds like something you'd see. Like, the story's been done so many times. And, this film has an absolutely stellar cast. It's got Russell Crowe. It's got Karen Gillan, Harry Greenwood, Martin Scorsese. I probably butchered his last name on that one. It has a great cast. And looking at it, I was like, I watched the trailer as well. I was like, okay, you've got my curiosity, but at the same time, I'm going, this could just be a slap, bang, exactly the same, repeat that we've always seen. And this is the second Russell Crowe movie I've seen this year. The first one being The Exorcism, which we did a whole review on that. And let's just say that didn't really spark anything amazing. However, me saying that, just the other week we saw Longlegs, which is the best horror movie I've seen this year. But that's for another video. We're talking about Sleeping Dogs right now. So, going into this film, I had a bit of low expectations. So I was like, okay, let's watch this. Hope I'll be amazed. So we're introduced to Russell Crowe's character, Roy Freeman. And it's interesting. We're seeing that he's completely down on his luck. As I said, he lives alone, but he's also got Alzheimer's due to a crash that happened about 10 years ago. His memory is absolutely shot. And we really get that vibe straight away without him saying a single thing. There's labels on everything. He's finding his remote in his toaster. He's finding his keys in the microwave. He's finding his gun in some breakfast cereal. And he's just absolutely lost because he's going through this experimental treatment to try and kickstart his memory again to find what happened. And all he really knows that, what he's written down these notes. And then you see it says, Roy, it just says you're an ex-cop, you're a blah, blah, you trust the phone, and that's all. And when we get introduced to him, you feel very bad for him. But he does get a phone call from a lady who tells that she wants to talk to him and wants to see him about an old case that happened about 10 years ago. And of course, he's a bit like, sure, yeah, I'll come and talk to you. And this lady says that one of his, I was about to say victims, but no, one of his old case files of a man who bludgeoned a doctor to death went to prison. And it seemed to him about a straightforward case. However, she says the fact that Isaac wants to talk to him and say his piece one more time. So he's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll go. I can barely remember it, but sure. So he hears him out, and Isaac says to him, he's just like, I did not kill the guy. I did not kill him. I didn't do it. It wasn't me at all. So, and he's like, well, who did? And he's like, talk to this guy, talk to them, your partner. I didn't do it. And I don't, I'm about on death row. In about a few days, he's about to be gone because of what happened. So that sets the premise for this movie of him trying to find out what happened to Isaac, what happened on that night. And you can feel, like, to give it credit, you do feel Roy struggle with his memory. He's only getting flashes here and there. We also get introduced to his partner, Jimmy. who's just like, he's pretty much retired as well. He's really down. He's like, well, why are you digging up old dirt, mate? What's all this? Also, I love the fact this film was shot in my home state of Victoria. So when I figured that out, I was like, I'm definitely going to be watching this. So we do get that, and he's like, why try and dig up this case? And he was like, what's to do with it? So as the story progresses, again, the plot thickens and what's happening, try and piece everything together because he's digging up this old dirt from this case so long ago. We also found out that the victim is Dr. Joseph Weeder, and he's a psychiatrist with he's trying to he's trying to be out there, different, if you will. And of course, love, partners, research, all goes in the mix. The fact that he also had a research partner, which is named Laura, which is played by the fantastic Karen Gillan. And she thinks he's fantastic, but he steals her research. Also, spoilers is always left, right, and center. Steals her research, and obviously the ex-boyfriend thinks the fact that they're sleeping together, because you also find out the doctor also likes to videotape his clientele during particular activities, which will come very important later on. So that goes down that road, and at this point, everything seems very generic. And I'm going to say that. It feels very generic all the way through. Okay, of course, ex-lover, ex-this, his victims. But, his victims, but, people he slept with. And then, which comes to a great ending at the end, where they go to the old house, where it all happened. Of course, someone's lived in it for 10 years. And there's Jimmy's partner, and there's Laura. And then, which obviously ends up into a shootout. Of course, these things do. Ends up in a shootout, killing each other, but Roy's fine. Still confused as old shit because he can't really remember anything. But he's slowly getting back his memory, because different points of the movie we do get him to check in with the doctor, and he said things are getting better slowly. And unfortunately, with Jimmy's death, one of the things he says at the end is like, "I did this to protect you," and Roy's like, "What have you done? This is wrong." And he's happy. He's like, "Oh, we found the killer. Isaac's going to be free. Everything's right in the world." But, and this is what I absolutely love, and this I was not expecting at all. I thought the movie was going to finish there. I'm like, okay, he's done his dash. But the best part of this film, again, is the ending, in which Roy's memory finally comes back. And one of the reasons why he's retired is because back 10 years ago, he drank himself stupid and had a car crash. But what you find out, and when his memory comes back, that he realizes that one of the clients of the dear doctor was his ex-wife. And he found out his ex-wife was cheating with the doctor. So in a cruel twist of fate, he was the killer. He was the one who actually killed him in the end. And then Jimmy's partner went to go help him to cover everything up. And because he covered everything up, that's what led to him that night getting absolutely pissed and having the car crash. It is just, you're just watching it, you're like, damn. Like, the entire time, 3/4 of the movie, he believes he's the hero. He's doing the right thing. His partner's corrupt. He's like, I'm doing it. And then just, you see it in Russell Crowe's face, just his entire world collapses down. He's just, just realizes, shit. And which leads to him grabbing his gun and walking off screen. You don't hear any shot, nothing like that at all. But that's the thing, like, this movie is like, as soon as I finished that movie, I was like, well, holy, that was good. So I did not expect that at all. The ending justifies the entire movie. Is this a film that you're going to watch multiple times? Probably not. Is this a Saturday night flick? If you're looking for something like a simple murder mystery film, if you've really got nothing, like, this isn't going to blow the doors off anything. This isn't going to set records. This isn't going to do anything like that. This is putting on a scale from like A, B to C. This is definitely a C. If I was going to give it out of 10, I give it, if without the ending, it's about a 5 to a 4. With the ending, I give it a 6, just because I wasn't expecting it at all. So, if you're looking for a film that, of course, if you're a Russell Crowe fan, Karen Gillan a fan, and if you're looking for a murder mystery that has a nice, sweet twist at the end, then you're in luck. And I highly recommend this movie if you enjoy that. But let me know, what did you think of the film? If you've seen this, what do you think about the twist? Or do you think this was just a giant pile of shit and a waste of time for how long it went for? So, which I understand. I get that. But I'd love to know. And if you did enjoy it, what were your favorite parts? But if that's the type of movie you're looking for, then Sleeping Dogs is the movie for you. And as always, until next time, happy ranting, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.